nightclubs and bars. Health officials announced 13 additional cases on Friday that have been connected to a 29-year-old man who visited 5 nightlife venues in Seoul. Authorities say the man visited clubs and bars late last week before noticing any symptoms of the respiratory illness. He then tested positive on Wednesday and was admitted to a hospital. According to health officials, that one man may have come into contact with more than 1,500 people across the 5 venues over the weekend. The authorities are continuing to track down visitors at the clubs and publicly urging anyone who attended the venues that weekend to self-isolate and report any symptoms. In response to the new outbreak, the government has issued another nationwide ban encouraging bars and nightclubs to suspend operations for another month. While South Korea was the first country after China to see widespread local transmission of the virus, officials managed to dramatically flatten the curve of new infections through early and aggressive testing and vigorous contact tracing. As new cases have declined, South Korea has allowed recreational facilities, places of worship, and museums to open. Professional baseball returned Tuesday without fans. Schools will also start reopening next week. For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
Sunshine will be hard to come by this week.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, & Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, & Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Hi, this is Brittany from Mike Scott Plumbing. I wanted to take a moment to let you know that during these tough times, Mike Scott Plumbing is still here, ready to help you in every way we can. We know life doesn't just stop, and when it breaks, we know your plumbing doesn't just magically start working again. Mike Scott Plumbing is taking every precaution to ensure your safety by following and exceeding all the guidelines set forth by the CDC for COVID-19, as well as local districts. As an essential business, we are operating at full capacity to ensure we get your problem solved day, night, or weekends. We're all in this together. We hope you are all staying safe during these trying times. And remember, if water runs through it, we do it. 866-314-4443. Call day or night. That number again is 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
This is Jan from Palm Garden. We hope everyone is holding up during this difficult time. We've all had to make some adjustments to our routines. Some may have loved ones that you can't visit, and I know you want to. Our residents remain our top priority, and they, along with our staff, have been tested just to be on the safe side. We appreciate the job being done by the Department of Health, Florida Emergency Management, and National Guard. We will soon see the light at the end of this tunnel. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we navigate these uncharted waters. We are Palm Garden.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Turning out to be mostly sunny for today with a high 84 to 87. Clear night tonight, low 60 to 68. For tomorrow, a full day of sunshine, Tuesday's high 84 to 87, and at night it will be partly cloudy with a low 62 to 66. Sunshine for Wednesday, high getting up to 83 to 85. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
The Centers is here for you. Stay connected to get the help you need, via telehealth or in person. Please call them at 352-291-5555.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
Hey, this is Matt from Crossroad Auto Sales. I want to invite you to come over and check out our vehicles. All of our vehicles at Crossroad Auto Sales go through a rigorous 100-point safety inspection. We work with most outside finance companies, and we even have in-house financing available. Stop by today at 1800 Northwest 10th Street or give me a call at 690-6695. That's 690-6695. Crossroad Auto Sales. We won't leave you stranded at the crossroad.
Well, the new year is upon us, and that means getting to those forgotten projects that you promised you would. So whether you're tackling a small honey-do list or building the Taj Mahal, Sunbelt Rentals will help you get the job done right with the right tools. From carpet cleaners to excavators, Sunbelt Rentals has what you need. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Rent it now. From Sunbelt Rentals, located on Highway 27, just a half-mile east of I-75, or visit sunbeltrentals.com. Get it done. Rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals.
WOCA. Good morning. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning.
Welcome to AM Ocala Live on WOCA. And now, here's your morning host, Adam Micklin.
Good morning, everybody. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. It's Monday. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. As I know I missed you guys on Friday, but we want to shout out to Dan and Galen and his buddy there for filling in as I'm back. I'm back to do your AM Ocala Live this froggy Monday, as we're waking up to a little bit of moisture in the air that we had with the rain that fell yesterday, as we have a little cooler temperatures, but not too bad. This is still that reminder that spring is still here, thank goodness, right? And in the studio on this Monday, I got a little somebody to talk to outside of you folks who are listening. I've got Avilio in the studio. Good morning, partner. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You know, you're talking about that cooler weather.
Yeah.
A week ago, my AC went out.
Oh.
Now I've got a whole house fan, so I can open up the windows.
Yeah.
And the blessing has been that we've had this cooler streak.
Yeah.
So as I've been waiting for parts and things to get repaired and all that kind of good stuff over the week, only a couple more days, by the way, Wednesday, and I know that you're going to tell us that we've got a little warmer days coming
up. Yeah.
But we've been able to survive with a window unit borrowed from the in-laws, the whole house fan going on, and the weather's been super nice in the evenings and in the mornings.
That's pretty good. But I know come the afternoon, you got to blind everything, put the blinds down.
I got to put the blackouts in. I got to get the fans going on high, and I got to go sit in my driveway in my car, the only thing that has air conditioning, right, to cool down and stay cool. But it has been a good few days.
Yeah, and it's almost that reminder because there's like a 30-degree difference between what we've had for the high, even if it's been in the mid-80s.
Right.
There's always been a massive breeze blowing to the point where you get right back down to the 60s or 50s. I think the one day, I think that was the Thursday after some rain moved through and everything, we had lows in the 40s.
Yeah.
Oh, it was phenomenal. And then that was that refreshing feeling of having the window cracked, but the air didn't have to come on, and you had the fresh air as you were waking up.
It was so
that's
cool.
Nice.
It was so cold. I actually was wearing a little fleece jacket inside my house, but it was comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is fantastic.
See, that's it right there.
Now it makes the morning walk a lot easier because you're not sweating.
Not sweating it.
Yeah,
the humidity of it.
right?
Let me ask you though, for your floors, do you have tile floors throughout the house?
So we've got tile in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We've got carpet in the bedrooms.
Okay.
And then we have this old school, it looks like cafeteria flooring, because the original owners of the house that we bought years ago were very thrifty.
Okay.
They made a lot of really interesting choices in the house, which have been great.
Yeah.
But the floors were one that they got a deal. And so every morning outside of either one of the bedrooms and or the kitchen, which has normal flooring.
Yeah.
This looks like the elementary school cafeteria flooring that you and I grew up with. Easy to clean, great to maintain. I mean, it withstands a nuclear bomb.
That's true, yeah.
But it's just not the most visibly appealing.
I do like how you say you're like, thrifty.
Yeah,
They're cheap.
They're cheap. But at least they did these great build-ins in my garage. So I've got storage space.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Workbench in there and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good German couple, which is great. All my wife's side of the family is German. All my side of the family is Cuban. And so it's very interesting conversations in my house. But there's this kindred spirit of, they were good German people, and it was, so we don't want to criticize them.
Yeah.
They're thrifty.
Right. And then if you're saying, for example, what they, built for a workbench or whatever for some storage in the garage, I'm sure it was well done and well put together as they're, meticulous with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
It is pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
I wish I was more handy.
Yeah.
I do some projects, but you got to know your limitations.
Yeah.
See, that's what I believe is, particularly now, during this pandemic, everyone's home, right? And the one place where I think most of Marion County, heck, most of the world gathers is Lowe's and Home Depot. Because, brother, let me tell you.
Oh, they did.
It is jammed up at the Lowe's and the Home Depot.
Right.
no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
And you got guys in there, and they're trying to show off for their family. I get it. You know,
You think so? You think that's yeah?
Oh yeah, I know what we need. We like 3/8 quarter Allen Philadelphia, and I'm just going to go pick up some of those.
Which aisle has the Johnson rods?
So I know my limitations. So we've done things like painting. Putting. We're expecting our first baby in September, so putting
Congrats
like baby. Thank you. Putting baby furniture, and we buy some used stuff, paint it. So we've been doing those kind of outdoor projects. I can handle that.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to anything. So I have an impressive tool bank. If you come to the garage, you think, man, this guy, what a Renaissance guy, A little bit of everything. He's got this great setup in the garage.
Like a Nick Offerman just there ready to, let me put the crib together.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not a good Parks and Rec representation there because there's just not a lot that I use that bench for except for storage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good, too. Have you noticed when it comes to storage, and we're going to get to weather here in a little bit, but for storage, I've noticed as we've just trying to be on the up and up to see what houses are for sale, just for something here in the near future, if we can get into one instead of renting at some point in our lives. As we try around, look, more and more people, and I've always thought this, pretty much if you have a 2-car garage, that means 2 cars are parked in the driveway and the garage is your storage unit.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got so much stuff now that's what it becomes. It becomes like your garage is your storage unit, or you move just enough to the sides that you can get 1 car parked in there.
There you go. I have a 2.5-car garage, and my wife is able to park inside. Now, about at the very beginning, the first honeydew project we did was a cleaning out the garage.
Yeah.
Went out to Sam's. I got a bunch of those really good metal shelves to put on the side. So now I could go up because what I had is that intrusion of piles that went into where I normally park.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, I can get my car into the garage. However, 2 things. I had to then fix the garage door opener itself, which wasn't working. Got that taken care of, checked off the list. So now, 2 weeks ago, I arrived at the point I can, for the first time in a decade, I can park 2 cars in the garage. This is going to be fantastic. And then, of course, my wife finds a bunch of furniture that she wants for the baby's room that we've got to paint and work on.
Because you got to get the nursery done in order to put the furniture in there.
So she's like, isn't it great that we cleaned out the garage? And I'm like, I thought we were cleaning it out so I could park in the garage. But no.
Nope. No. It is incredible, too, when you mentioned the big box stores there with the DIY stuff. Like, I think people were actually just inventing projects. I had a good friend of mine up north. I got in touch with him. This was a few weeks ago. We were talking. I said, hey, man, I haven't heard from you in a while. I'll just give you a shout. He's like, yeah, man. I said, what you guys up to? He's like, well, we're pulling baseboards, repainting the walls, and we're gonna repaint the baseboards. And I was like, is that something he's like, well, it's one of those things that you're like, yeah, that's something we could do.
We could do.
And he goes, now we've got the time. And and I think a lot of people, even if you worked from home, there was this anxiety of you thinking you should be doing something more during the week,
right?
With the time that you had.
Yeah.
And then it went the opposite spectrum. I know some people that were like, I'm not lifting a finger. You want me to stay home, Netflix and chill, baby. That's it. And they just binge watched.
I honestly believe that there are some people in government that don't want the gyms to reopen because they don't want to go back out in the public. Not that they look like Grizzly Adams and stuff. I think everyone's okay with that. But that they've put on like 35, 40 pounds, and they're like, I don't want to show that I was that guy. During everything shut down.
It's all good stuff. And let's see, Dan says, and they can go to DIY Home Center Outlet, visit our friends at David Dennison for discounts.
Oh, yeah, at the DIY Center Outlet. You don't need to go to those big box stores.
That's
so
right.
Unfriendly, so unpersonal. When you can go to the DIY Home Center Outlet, get discount supplies, and tell them Dan sent you.
Tell them Dan sent you, yeah. What was that old commercial back? It was the 90s. Tell them the Sandman sent you. It was the Sleep something or another. It was a mattress store that's, tell them the Sandman sent you.
Oh,
and it was like, hey, the Sandman sent me to come here and buy a mattress.
Well,
hey, 5% off.
Wow. Well, I'm sure Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Yeah. As we got a good show for you here this Monday, welcome everybody. AM Ocala Live, WOCA, the source, as we're sitting in a foggy morning this morning, 62 degrees with a high of 86 today, as we should expect this stuff to clear out within the next few hours, as they're saying it should be burned off before 10 o'clock this morning. High near 86 with a little north wind, about 5 to 10 miles per hour for today. As we can see it clearing out, like we said, for tonight, low around 55 with that wind calming down a little bit. It might get a little bit breezy this afternoon. I've noticed it's been what little bit there's been saying for some wind in the afternoon. There's some days where it's been breezy.
Yeah.
I think it was on Friday they were talking like, hey, for a little breezy afternoon. Holy cow, it was hellacious. It was gusting like 26 knots at one point, which would be about 30 miles an hour at some point, which was incredible. But Tuesday, we got the same sunny skies, high of 84. Tuesday night, lows right there near 60. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 86. We got pretty much the mid-80s for the rest of the week, and not a slight chance of rain there till Friday with a 20% chance. So another beautiful, beautiful week. And again, that reminder of spring, because we're talking about a 25 to 30 degree difference in what we see for the highs, with a little bit of breeze blowing to where we see the lows. So another beautiful, beautiful weather day. And I got to shout this one out. I'm originally from Northeast Ohio.
No kidding. What part?
Akron, Cleveland area.
Yeah.
I grew up in Akron, Ohio, and Rubber City. And it's funny, now I'm in the Brick City.
Yeah.
Brick City, Rubber City. As I've got friends up there.
You should move to Indianapolis next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut the brick at the Indianapolis 500 and the rubber on the cars, and you're ready to go.
Ready to go. Boom. It's all together.
Done.
All comes together.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much incredible to see how the weather turned out so far this year. It's I talked to my grandparents over the weekend. I wish grandmother happy Mother's Day, and man, I got to tell you, it actually snowed. It had snow flurries. It's the first full week of May, and they've had snow showers, flurries. I think what was it? The lowest it got was in the low 30s at some point last week. Now they're expecting a little bit better. The only reason I'm talking about it is because it's a little abnormal for May to still have snow showers. And they're talking about it right now. Today, snow showers before 10 a.m.
No kidding.
Becoming rain showers, high near 47. Chance of precipitation is 80% with the snow having no or little accumulation. Well, obviously, because the ground is still warm.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be, it's those thick, fat flakes for a little bit, then it's that sleet and ice, and then this is May. This is May 11th.
You're right. But, the sleet and ice is really what's terrible. My wife and I, when we were first married, we lived in St. Louis, Missouri. And we would get those nice, big, fat snow, and it was beautiful. And I remember thinking, oh, my gosh, this is gorgeous. My dog used to love to run into the piles, and just everyone loved it. And then later that afternoon, when it was a little too warm for it to stick, it turns into that slush.
Yep.
And that is the worst, terrible stuff to get off of your shoes, to get off the car. I mean, it's everywhere. It's just terrible.
And I know there's people listening now that are from other places that have come from up north, and they're like, no, we know.
Yeah,
we know. But
we get it.
Go back to what you said earlier. What was that, high in the 80s?
Yeah.
Lows in the 60s? Mm-hmm. Welcome to
That's
Central
what we
Florida.
signed up for.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So just incredible, but a beautiful weather day moving ahead. And speaking of moving ahead, we've got a great show for you here. Good show this Monday.
Very good show.
As we're going to be rolling with you for the conversation here after we come from break from the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. So a little bit to talk about that happened for the weekend, and we're going to get into that. As at 8 o'clock, we'll be talking with Galen, who stopped in to fill in with Dan as they took the show by storm on Friday for the direction of...
So is this a post-mortem?
Just something like
what
that.
Happened off the air? We want to know. Listeners want to know
What's interesting is as they do we stream the YouTube, usually the camera's on me as the host when I do my show, and then we have guests. So he pretty much kept the camera on Galen and his buddy there on Friday, and it was kind of more interesting to watch them when they were off the air, watch them swinging and trying to just, they were razzing on each other the entire time. So we're gonna catch up with Galen on the events of Friday, and I want to see too if he was able to watch this weekend. They've been airing the little docuseries called The Last Dance.
Oh, of course.
Of Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls there through the 90s.
Last night, by the way.
Yeah.
I did not watch The Last Dance.
No.
It was Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Little WWE. And they have their own version of a documentary on The Undertaker called The Last Ride.
Interesting.
So, competing documentaries here.
Interesting.
It's all we've had for sports, my friend.
That's it. And I want to see if he caught it as I finally got a chance to catch a little bit of it. And it was getting a little bit more particular. And some of the expressions of conversation there that Gail and I were getting into with that series with Jordan was the whole idea behind his retirement. And they went over that, and that was one of the hanging questions that Galen had. So I'm interested to bring that up to him. And obviously too, we'll talk about where we're at with the blood supply and the expectations of this week with Life South Community Blood Centers. As we move from that, at 8:35 we'll be doing our news bits of news that you can chew, as there's a little bit that transpired through the weekend to get to. And then at 9 o'clock, the top of the 9 o'clock hour, stay tuned in the studio. We're going to have Sheriff Billy Woods to talk a little bit about their expectations for the weeks ahead with the new phases coming into reopening things, and we'll be hearing it right from him. And then at 9:30 from Hires Baxley for community events, we'll have Lena Williams. So we got a good show for you lined up. You're listening to 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. And as we're moving on through, we're going to take our break. When we come back, we'll get that conversation started. Our phone lines will be open 622-9622. WOCA, The Source, WOCA Ocala. Back after this.
News. I'm Chris Foster. Even as more businesses reopen, many with coronavirus restrictions, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says the economic numbers are going to get worse before they get better.
My numbers aren't rosy. What I've said is you're going to have a very, very bad second quarter, and then I think you're going to see a bounce back from a low standpoint. None of the economic models have ever worked in predicting what happens when you close down due to medical reasons.
Secretary Mnuchin on Fox News Sunday. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson tells people there, work from home if you can, go back to work if you can't.
We now need to stress that anyone who can't work from home, for instance, those in construction or manufacturing, should be actively encouraged to go to work.
He spent time in the hospital in intensive care himself, infected with the coronavirus. America's listening to Fox News.
From nurses to truck drivers, doctors to grocery clerks, the front lines in today's crisis are filled with brave actions every day. And you can do your part by completing the 2020 census. This simple effort online, by phone, or by mail will help impact the next 10 years of healthcare, schools, and roads. All of our first responders need your response. So go to 2020census.gov today. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Pros, Lowe's wants to help you keep working. That's why we're open for Pro Business Hours 6 to 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You'll find the quantities you expect with dedicated Pro associates and loaders to help you get what you need fast and load you up curbside. Now, more than ever, we know you need to win every single bid. You can count on Lowe's for special values on Pro trusted brands and savings when you buy in bulk. Save yourself a trip by shopping Lowe'sForPros.com, where we can ship thousands of items to your doorstep or to the job site. Lowe's is open and Pro ready.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Howdy, folks. RL here to tell you about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Silver Springs has been serving yummy foods and ice cream made fresh to order for 46 years. Their gift cards are perfect for those you love for any occasion. Our ice cream cakes are awesome. And as far as grilled foods, DQ does it right. From grilled chicken to our famous foot-long chili dogs. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only